That's just at first. When you get good at this technique, this is what it looks like in a master's hands. You can simply come on the window. What is up, guys? We are back at the blank canvas is what I'm going to start calling this place. This is the blank canvas where I'm going to teach you all my window cleaning secrets, all right? And this video is going to be a very important one, okay? This video is going to show the #1 window cleaning technique, traditional window cleaning technique used across the world by professional window cleaners everywhere. This, if you do not know this, you don't know what you're doing. So I want you guys to pay very close attention rather, to the window cleaning blank canvas, where I'm going to teach you the sacred S technique. Man, this, I can't speak more highly of this. This is the #1 technique, is the S technique. Everything in window cleaning is built off this technique. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you guys saw my last video where I explained how to clean a window, that'll set a great foundation to this next technique. I showed you the straight pull in that video. In this video, we're showing you the S technique. So here we go. We've got our scrubber loaded up with soap, and we're going to scrub the window. So this is a technique that obviously everybody uses, and if you want to get serious about window cleaning, like, the straight pull is good, okay? Straight pull, it helps. But the S technique is the best technique. So if you're serious about getting your windows cleaned, if you're serious about the window cleaning industry, this is what you're going to use here. So here's what I've got. Take your squeegee. You can take a right hand, take a left hand, and I can actually demonstrate both here, you know? So I can take it left hand. Left hand will be something like this. It'll start over on this side of the window. Right hand, like this, it'll start on this side of the window. And it almost doesn't matter where you start on the side here, whether it will be left-handed or right-handed. However, it helps to start right near the top. So maybe a quarter way down to the window. Not too much further than that. You want to take your squeegee, and you don't need to feather at all. That's the beauty, one of the beauties of this technique. You're not wasting any time. So you take your squeegee, and you just want to run it up to the very top. All right, so we've started about a quarter way down. We've run the squeegee up to the top left corner of the window. This is for right-handed, so I'll do both in a minute here. Start at the left-hand side of the window. You take your squeegee, and so my squeegee is flipped upside down, all right? So this is just holding the squeegee. I'm taking my arm and flipping it upside down like this at an angle. Quarter way down the window, you take the squeegee, move it up to the top left-hand corner. And just something I'm noticing as we're going here, if things start to get sticky, like your squeegee is not gliding very well, you just need to wet the window again. So this won't be a big problem when you're cleaning windows because you're squeegeeing it right away. But as the water sits on there, the bubbles start dissipating and it's not as slippery. So you want to just make sure that the window is always slippery. So you're starting about a quarter way down, go up to the top left of the window, and you glide across to the opposite side, to the right corner here. And then we're taking the right corner of the squeegee and we're coming down. All right. So that is basically the first pass here. From here, we take the left side of the squeegee and we basically come up and cover this area here. This is why it's called the S technique. So we're taking the squeegee, come over here, and connecting with the other side of the window. We then perform this maneuver, but opposite. So we take the left side of the squeegee, come down, and then we cover the rest of this area with the right side of the squeegee. Boom. Come back across, boom, and now we're gonna do closing out on the window. So once you come to the bottom of the window, you need to do what's called closing out, where you finish up all the rest here. And so there's a couple of different ways to close out. You can come across here and you can simply move your squeegee. You take the bottom part and you start moving it to the right here. And this basically turns into a straight pull here if you think about it. Then you simply close off to the side of the window here. And as you're closing off, if you want, you can tilt the squeegee up a bit and bring it off. Occasionally, depending on how you pull off with this squeegee, it'll flick soap back onto the window. So you want to just be careful when you're releasing your squeegee. All right. Was that difficult? There was a lot of explaining there. So we're going to do it again a bit faster. And we're actually going to go left-handed this time. So left hand holding the squeegee. We're going to tilt it this way. Start on the right-hand side about a quarter way down. You're taking the squeegee. You're going up to the top right-hand side of the window, coming across to the left-hand side of the window, making a downward sweep, and then you're going to come over and cover this area here to the right-hand side of the window. Downward sweep. You have this mountain here that you're going to come up over the mountain, downward sweep, and now we can close out, coming across just like this. Great, beautiful. So that was the left-handed technique on this window. Now I want to cover closing out because depending on the window, this window is not a great example because it's got these locking mechanisms. Sometimes on the windows, if they've got a lot of different complicated mechanisms down here, locking mechanisms, this like pulley thing, any of that, you don't want to close out on the bottom like this. So you can actually close out on the side or you can close out on the bottom here. I'll just show you an example of closing out on the bottom. So let's say we're at the end of our window cleaning here. We're starting the S technique. And then we want to close out on the bottom. So we're coming across here, and instead of moving the bottom of the squeegee up and going all the way to the right side here, we can simply close off on the bottom. Now you can see why this is bad here, because this locking mechanism prevented the squeegee from making a full flush contact there. So you just want to make sure where you're closing out on the window that you will have a nice firm connection there on the side of the window. So that is the S technique. I just want to bring it through a couple more times just to make sure you've got it. So we're taking our squeegee, starting out about a quarter way down, moving up to the top corner of the window. We're moving across to the other top corner of the window. We're making a sweep down. Then we're going to go up over the mountain. Over the mountain, left-hand side, down. Over the mountain, right-hand side, down. And we're going to close off all the way on the side. Perfect. And so now all we have to do is detail the window to get the perfect clean on this window here. And it does look beautiful, I must say. So there's the S technique, and that is super simple slow. It may seem like a slower technique at first, okay? That's just at first. When you get good at this technique, this is what it looks like in a master's hands. You can simply come on the window and you can really perform this technique fast. I mean, man. This is what they'd call Vegas strip cleaning. This is not super realistic for most residential window cleaning because you want to go a little bit more detailed with this. It's a fun method and it works sometimes, but it's obviously not scrubbing the window very hard. So this is how you get the best clean on the window. But eventually, I mean, even with a good clean, you can really speed up and it really looks great. Just using this technique around the house, you can get very good at it. And I mean, I don't think you've got to get that good at this technique per se, but that's just kind of the level you can get to if you really put in the time and dedication to this window cleaning technique. So this was the full tutorial of the S technique, and that, my friends, is beautiful. And I hope you have enjoyed this video because this technique will set the foundation for all other window cleaning techniques. It'll set the foundation for your speed and proficiency, which really separates a basic noob window cleaner from a professional window cleaner, is speed, efficiency, and technique. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.